This is the most dangerous prison in the world. Yet another unyielding soul was taken to the guillotine. When I was ordered to dispose of the body, my mind was already numb. However, Louis, who was with me, was terrified, but a guard's fist slammed into him. I couldn't stand the bullying of the weak. I grabbed a rock and smashed it hard against the police officer. That completely cut off my retreat. In desperation, I made a final reckless leap into the river. The rapid current became my shelter. Once I was far away from the prison, I immediately sought help from a nearby fisherman. Everything was incredibly smooth. I thought that was hope, but I didn't know it was greed in disguise. It turned out I was never truly close to freedom. This time I was thrown into a bottomless cellar. It was quiet enough to drive a person mad, and the food was only rotten soup, but I had to survive. Sometimes I watched the people around me leave and never return. That fear of the unknown was more draining than hunger. To my surprise, the guard suddenly brought me half a fresh coconut. I was overjoyed. Louis hadn't forgotten me, but the matter was quickly exposed. The warden personally came down to the cellar to force a confession, but I chose silent defiance. Left with no other choice, he locked me in solitary confinement. When I woke up again, I found Louis was right there. It turned out he had been planning our escape all along. Following the plan, I spiked the guard's drink with the sleeping pills. He was in charge of cutting the power. Everything went smoothly with the plan. All we had to do was jump off the high wall and we'd be free. But Louis accidentally twisted his ankle. Worse yet, the power came back on. We leaned on each other, using our last bit of strength to rush onto the small boat. When I woke up from exhaustion, the small boat had drifted to a secluded island. I stood on the shore, feeling the sea breeze on my face. I had finally achieved the freedom I had dreamed of. But before I even had time to cheer, the familiar sound of a siren came from the distance.